Hello tubers, and welcome to this edition of Take the Fear Out the Gear with him, Mr. Chumley Warner.
And him, Mr. Jason Bangers.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we've got a little thing to show you today. What it is Simon talked to me about this thing called Atari Punk, and I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. I said, well, what was an Atari Punk, man? So he shows me on YouTube and he says, look, one of these things. I said, dude, that is just the craziest thing ever. I have got to have one of these. And he said, well, they sell them on eBay, man. I said, do they? I said, well, what is it? Who makes them? He says, well, just people make them, you know, like yourselves, tubers. There's plenty of you out there. We've got a fella that we like called Look Mum No Computer, but we didn't get this schematic from him or anything, but we'll come to that in a minute. But then Simon goes and buys one off of eBay, and when he brought it round, man, it just blew me mind. How much did you pay for that, Si?
30 to 40 pounds, I think, including postage, I think.
Here it is. It's a bargain. So the thing is, what does it do? What is an Atari Punk? You've heard of them probably, but you know nothing about them. I know nothing, as Manuel would say, but I'm now going to hand you over to the one and only Mr. Chumley Warner, who will delicately, eloquently explain the wonderful Atari Punk to you. It is all yours, Mr. Chumley.
Well, basically what an Atari Punk is, it was a circuit by this guy called Forrest Mims, and it basically uses two little silicon chips, which are called 555 timers.
What are they called?
555 timers.
And that's a silicon chip?
Yeah.
Okay.
As opposed to the 666, which is the devil's chip. Well, we don't use one of those.
Like the sound of the devil's chip.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll make one of those in the future. Anyway.
So like an English chip with English mustard on. Oh, the devil's chip!
Oh, that's the one.
Explain some more about it. What's inside it? I mean, what does it actually consist of?
Well, basically.
I mean, you said about the 555 chip, but what else is there?
That's about it. There's a few little. There's a couple of little capacitors and resistors.
What are these?
You got your potentiometers or pots on the top.
So what are they? They're like a volume pot, except they move sound around a bit.
Well, I think from memory, two of these they up and down on the actual pitch of the oscillator.
That kind of thing. Yeah,
that's it.
Up and down in that range.
And there's, I think, one of these are for each chip, and then I think one of the buttons combines, modulates as well.
Okay. Oh, and does it interfere with it? Does it interfere with itself and sort of go a bit wobbly and stuff?
Yeah, it's almost like phasing. If you know what phasing is, it does interfere, and sometimes it will cut each other out because it just disappears.
How are you powering it, dude? What's running it power wise?
This one's on a 9-volt battery. You can run them off a 9-volt battery or a power supply if you want to put a power supply plug in the back. And I think this one's got a few little mods where I think you can change the octave, so you can go high, medium, and low on the middle there.
So I think Simon means if it's the next one would be then the next one would be Is that what you mean by that?
There is your note.
So it's a whole note jump, yeah, by an octave. Is that what that is?
Roughly, yeah. We're talking roughly here.
Sort of like a 10 kc shift, I guess.
Yeah, it's only a little simple oscillator, so they're nothing too technical for those. Right, shall we switch her on?
Well, if we're going to give a demo, let me just explain to the tubers how we're bringing it to them in fine quality. What we're going to do, for the purpose of monitoring for Simon and myself, you would remember maybe the video with, is that in shot? It is, yeah. You might remember the video of the LC Prime. Well, we're just going to use that as a monitor so we can hear what it's doing. However, we are recording the audio straight into my Zoom H6 here, which might even deserve a little video of its own one day. So what Simon will do, we did a hand clap, because we ain't got a clapper board. Well, we have, I just can't find it. So Simon will sync the sound on this card on here to the video, which you'll know about in editing, and so we're going to let you hear it. You won't hear our dialogue once we demonstrate this, because it'll be coming off of here. I think you understand what I'm saying. So it'll be pure, beautiful sound, boy, but we'll be hearing it through that just to make sure it's working. Come on inside, switch it on. Let's see what this baby can do.
That almost sounded like Close Encounters.
How cool
Yeah.
was that? How cool was that? It's mad. It's just mad. You might think, what use is that to anybody? Well, it is actually musical. Simon didn't really play you a tune on it, but you can play tunes on it. You can actually do a tune. You know, you really can make music with this thing. It's awesome. I mean, it's just like a Moog synthesizer, right? Which is going to cost you thousands. You try getting one of them on eBay today. Go on, go Moog synthesizer. I dare you. Go on eBay and have a little look. And all Moog synthesizers is like channels and channels of this sort of thing, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, they've normally got a couple of oscillators, and then you've got
filters as well.
A few extra bits, yeah.
We haven't got filters on there, but that's another thing to come to. Here's the point of this video. To take the fear out of the gear, you're going to spend £35 to £40 roundabout to buy one of these on eBay. That was round about the prices when we looked last, when you bought that.
Yeah, that was roughly.
I wanted one. Then Simon says to me, I've got the schematics. If you don't know what schematics are, it's basically the printout of the bits that you need to make an Atari Punk. I actually made my very own Atari Punk. It was so easy. I mean, at first I couldn't get it to work because my soldering was terrible. I'd bridged and I'd shortened out, too much shortening going on. And to be honest with you, the parts cost literally, I think it cost me, I don't want to exaggerate here, but it weren't much in £10 or £12.
Yeah.
So you really can make them yourself, and that is probably where the next video will go into. Is there anything else on here we want to talk about, brother?
No, you know, if you do build one or buy one and you've got one, there's tons more you can do with it. That was just like a tip of the iceberg. You play around with it, you can get some magical sounds.
So I'll see if I can play a tune on it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll try, right? So we're going to go back to this now, so you won't hear us talking. Which switch is it on, this one?
Yep.
No, you can't play music on it. No, I can't play music on it.
Me neither.
I tried to play the Doctor Who theme tune. But no,
I thought you were doing your Dancing Queen, you know, the joke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, actually, that was yeah, that was Dancing Queen. It doesn't work unless it's a didgeridoo, though, man.
Damn, I knew there was something missing.
Anyway, it's an Aboriginal.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Terrible.
Oh, dear.
Well, we got to drop it in.
I think we covered it all there, man. But
yeah.
I mean, this guy, whoever sold this one, he made a nice little box for that. It's very solid. It's nicely constructed. The switches are all good. It all does their job. I don't know. See, one thing does one thing. One relates to one thing, one to another. With the schematics, you'll be able to see. But that's an Atari Punk for you. So if you wondered what the Atari Punk was, now you know. So for this edition of Take the Fair Out of Gear, it's goodbye from me, Mr. Jason Bangers.
And it's goodbye from me, Mr. Chumley Warner.
See you soon, tubers. Take care.
See ya.